Hi, we're the KinderJet family.
These are our crazy kids.
Traveling with them is expensive. They each need their own airplane seat, hotel bed. They insist on eating.
It's stressful. Must they go so close to the edge?
It's exhausting. These dudes have way more energy than we do.
So why do we travel with our kids? Because it is fun, rewarding, and always worth it.
Welcome to KinderJet. Here we go. Vancouver, British Columbia. Mild weather most of the year. Mountains, ocean, city, all right there. Lots for families to see and do. And it's a super short flight from southern Alberta. Vancouver is close to home for us. But the thing is, Vancouver is the kind of place that people from all over the world want to go. Its natural beauty and vibrant community makes Vancouver a family travel destination not to be missed.
Stanley Park is one of the great urban parks in the world, and a major tourist attraction for Vancouver. There is so much to see and do, our family came back over and over again during our visit to the city.
The seawall goes all the way around the park, along the water. There's a walking path and a biking path. You can walk as far as you like and then turn around and come back. Or if you're feeling energetic, do the entire loop, about 8 kilometers. We picked up some ice cream and went for a stroll along the western edge. As usual, the views and surroundings sparked the kids' imaginations. And the ice cream was pretty yummy too.
Seaperley Playground near Second Beach was a highlight for the kids and us parents. It is a huge playground with varied equipment for all ages. The older boys found lots of different things to play on. The little one was all about the fire engine. This may have been the highlight of the entire weekend for him.
Or maybe it was the miniature train. It's a toss-up. Getting tickets for the train and waiting for the train was a bit disorganized and confusing. Actually, I think the train may have broken down on its way back while we were waiting in line. I was a bit hesitant to get on after that, but it was worth the trouble. Nice, relaxing tour of the park, and the kids just love trains.
In the summer, the departure area for the miniature train becomes Kahauya Village. This is a seasonal village that showcases native culture and history. Artisans and storytellers share activities, displays, and performances.
We look forward to a midsummer return to Vancouver and Stanley Park, so we can try the water playground at Lumberman's Arch, the Second Beach pool, and of course, Second Beach. Stanley Park is also the home of the Vancouver Aquarium. and a horse and carriage ride would be a great way to sightsee.
Take the time to walk along the seawall for the exercise and the view.
Bring your own lunch and have a picnic.
Highlight for the kids?
The playground. The train ride.
Highlight for the parents, the beautiful surroundings and amazing view.
There's so much to do in this park, and it's just so nice to be here. Traveling with kids is all about making family memories. As much as we love discovering new things, there are a few things we do almost everywhere we go. Playgrounds. Every playground is different, everywhere, and those are the kind of differences your family will talk about for years to come. Bonus, your kids might meet and play with other kids, local or traveling. Ice cream. There's just something about ice cream that makes a great family memory. Bonus, ice cream is yummy, and Mom and Dad enjoy it too. Water. It really doesn't matter whether it's a beach, a water park, a hotel pool, or a fountain in town square. Kids love water. Bonus, it cools everyone off and helps wear them out for sleep time. Bookstores and toy stores and even candy stores. Our kids save their money to spend while on vacation, and they like to shop. Bonus, they can play with their new stuff in the morning while I relax with my coffee. Walk. The great thing about walking is it gives you all time to absorb your surroundings and talk to each other. Bonus, you all get some exercise, the location may spark their imaginations, and you may discover something great. Granville Island is one of those places in Vancouver that you've probably heard about. We always enjoy spending time there, but this was a first for the kids.
It seemed only fitting that our first stop be the kids' market. Clowning around Magic Store where the staff are magicians and more than happy to help young ones choose the perfect magic items. Ribbit's Candy Corner where we found all kinds of sweet treats including fun Star Wars Pez dispensers. Just imagine fun clothing. We browsed and browsed the wonderful costumes and dress-up clothes.
Granville Island Toy Company was our shopping destination on this trip. The boys spent their own saved money on new playthings of their choice. Playmobil, Go-Go's, Lego, you name it, they've got it at Granville Island Toy Company. There are many more shops, from clothing and shoes to books, music, kites, puppets, and art supplies. We were almost shopped out.
Adventure Zone is a multi-level climbing play area with a toddler zone. There is a charge to play, but it is a great way to burn off some energy on a cool or rainy day. On a hot day, you could set the kids loose in the water park right next door to the kids market. It was not so hot when we were there, so we settled for exploring the duck pond behind the market.
Now we start walking around Granville Island, exploring, watching street performers, and the kids decide they want ice cream. But I've done my research, and I'm not going to settle for ice cream. I want gelato.
Off to the public market we go. As we make our way through the market and get us some yummy frozen treats, we hear music. It so happens it was Jazz Fest in Vancouver the weekend we were there. And this was one location where you could take your kids to listen to jazz music.
Sitting behind the market, enjoying the gelato, listening to the music, watching the boats. Bliss.
Get yourself some gelato and people watch, and if they're playing jazz, more the better.
Parking can be tricky. Consider taking public transit.
Highlight for the kids?
Toy shopping.
Highlight for the parents, jazz and gelato.
Since the introduction of the smartphone and devices like the tablet, there is a plethora of apps that allow you to capture, record, and share images. Not only that, but there are a ton of apps for traveling and assisting you while traveling. Well, I have come up with a list of apps that I like. There are so many that it would be next to impossible to select the top 10. First on my list, well, I like the idea of fun apps, and one of my favorite apps is the Super 8 app. This one emulates an old film camera and gives you many options like camera shake, gate weave, and more. Plus, you can shoot scenes, edit them in order, and then add titles and credits, essentially giving you the ability to make an old-fashioned movie. Another fave for me is Camera Plus. This one allows you to play with your photos a bit and give them some funky looks and adjustments. And of course, social media sharing is a button away. Another fun one is Halftone. This one allows you to take your photos and give them a cartoon look. Way too much fun, and there are a lot of options. Fast Camera is another one that I like, as it gives your iPhone the ability to snap many images very quickly. Plus, there are several options to allow you to use the app in a couple of ways, including a timer and manual controls. As for travel, if going to a foreign country, then a translation app is in your future. These are handy in communicating with the locals. The one I tested needed to access the network, so beware that data charges could amount to a lot of money unless you have a travel plan with your cellular company. Currency exchange is also helpful, especially if the country you are in uses a currency that is unfamiliar to you. In Hungary, for example, they use a forint. The prices appear way higher than they really are, but after doing the exchange, you can clearly see what the price is in your home currency. I also like having a GPS on board, not only for getting you from point A to point B, which is very important. Most GPS apps will give you the points of interest as well, Things like restaurants, gas stations, churches, medical, fire, police. Again, many of these also access data, so plan for that accordingly. Of the 500 billion or so apps, I'm sure I missed a few, but please let us know your faves at kinderjet.com.
Vancouver is a fantastic place to be when the weather is mild because there are so many great things to do outdoors. A trip up a mountain or over a canyon offers amazing photo ops and awesome family memories.
Any time of year, you can take the sky ride up Grouse Mountain. The views are breathtaking. The city, the ocean, the islands, the mountains. You can see the whole world from up here. Well, on a clear day.
You know what is strange? There's a Starbucks at the base of Grouse Mountain. I know, only one. We grabbed ourselves a latte at the base of the mountain and took it up with us. But you could also stop by Grouse Grind Coffee Bar at the top.
Grouse Mountain is a refuge for endangered wildlife, so there is a good chance of seeing certain animals while you wander around the mountain. I did wonder, though, if this sign was really necessary. Is there someone who doesn't know this?
We did see some wildlife. Wolves on the way up. Deer at the top. But this was the only bear we encountered. And that was okay with us.
By far, the highlight of being at the top of Grouse Mountain was the lumberjack show. We didn't even know about this ahead of time, and had no idea when we sat down that we would be so entertained. These guys are talented and funny. The kids really enjoyed it.
I have never seen a single famous person while in LA, but we were excited about our celebrity sighting at the top of Grouse Mountain. Jack Black was in the crowd. The little one and I missed the end of the show. He was, wet on the bottom. And it was not a warm day, so I was on the hunt for dry clothes for him. Search as I might in the outfitter store, lots of great outdoor adventure gear, nothing suitable for a little one. Why, you may ask? Did I not have extra clothes when sightseeing with the toddler? I did. They were at the bottom of the hill in the car. Lesson learned.
It turned out that what really upset the little one was the sky ride down the mountain. The cable car swings a little when it goes over the towers. He did not like it.
A good ride.
But by the time we got to the bottom, he was over it.
Grouse Mountain has sleigh rides, ice skating, snowshoeing, and skiing in the winter. But I think our next trip will include zip lining in the summer.
We knew knew about Capilano Suspension Bridge, but had also heard it is usually quite busy. Before we left on our trip, a friend mentioned Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge, so we looked into it.
This was one of those experiences that the kids were not super excited about before we went, but we went anyway because we knew they would love it, and they did. Well, the older boys loved it. The little one did not want to cross that long, high, swinging bridge. Couldn't really blame him, but I couldn't leave him behind, so I carried him across. That was not at all stressful or scary. Nope, not at all.
Besides the adventure of crossing the bridge and the awe-inspiring views, Lynn Canyon Park offers more park trails, summer swimming holes, and twin waterfalls. There is an ecology center with information, puppet shows, as well as a gift shop. But after all that walking and adventuring, we needed a break and a treat. The Lynn Canyon Cafe serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the food looked good. But all these guys wanted was popsicles. Make sure to time your trip up Grouse Mountain so you can catch the lumberjack show. Totally entertaining.
Although there are lots of fun things to do at Capilano Suspension Bridge, it was nice to experience a forest adventure without lineups and crowds at Lynn Canyon.
Highlight for the kids?
Lumberjack Show!
Highlight for the parents. Watching the older kids have no fear.
And helping the little one face his fears. The mountains, the water, the forest, the views, it's all part of what makes Vancouver beautiful and such a great family destination. It's a short and scenic ferry ride from the mainland to Vancouver Island. There have been times, many times, when people in Victoria, BC are golfing in the sunshine on New Year's Day. When we went was not one of those years.
You know, it took a little bit more research and a bit more bundling, but we found lots of fun ways to keep busy and make some family memories. When it comes to traveling with kids, we make the most of what we get.
Derrick Castle is actually an enormous mansion not far from downtown Victoria. We were surprised how much the kids enjoyed touring the castle. There's lots of stairs to wear them out. And a great view from the top floor. Imagine the view in good weather.
Miniature World is one of those tourist traps that we think, well, we're not interested in. Until it's misty and cold outside and we need something to do indoors. Hey, it turns out this is really cool.
Just a short drive from Victoria, we found two interesting, full-sized sites. In Duncan, totem poles. The boys loved these because they had just learned about them in school. In Chemainus, murals. Okay, I may have been the only one interested in the murals. Wait, did that say ice cream?
It's made of chocolate, and it has ice, and it's made of cream.
Travel with kids in the winter can be a challenge even in relatively mild weather. We bundle up and try to spend some time outside. Then we need to look for ways to get inside and warm up. Bookstores with coffee shops are one of our favorite stops while traveling anywhere. Shopping for something to read and relaxing with a warm beverage. What could be better?
Spending a few hours at Miniature World was more fun than we expected.
I don't want to say don't rent a car and drive to the smaller towns, but I would wait until a summer trip to explore the totem poles and murals again. Highlight for the kids?
The Bug Museum!
Highlight for the parents? The Parliament buildings lit up at night.
Another hazard of winter traveling? Flight delays. Thank goodness for the books we picked up. Oh, and the video games they brought along helped as well. Next time we visit Victoria, the summer. The more we travel with our kids, the easier it gets. The good usually outweighs the bad, and the rest will, one day, make us laugh. Every family and every trip is unique. Different things work for different kids at different ages. All parents have stories to tell. Share your family stories, tips, and advice on KinderJet.com.